we really, truly, in my opinion, have a crisis of faith. And what I mean by that is the American people, what can you trust? You can't trust the FBI. You can't trust what the CIA is telling you. I mean, look, we had weapons of mass destruction in the Middle East for 20 years. For what? We sent young men over there, treasure and so forth. For what? You can't trust the media. You can't trust your elected officials. Where the faith and the power lies in the American people, through peaceful means to call up their representatives and ask the tough questions of our elected officials. What do you think, Nicole?
Trusting God. I think God. Now that's the time American people should bring God into their everyday life. And coming from an atheist country like communist China, we know people can do anything for money because they don't believe good rewards will be, good people will be in heaven and bad people would be punished, and people who have no religious conviction, they feel like they can do anything and there's no accountability, no consequence. They can get away with it. But for people who have a religious belief, they know that, everything that you do will have a consequence. If not in this mundane earthly world, you will meet the consequence when you move up or move down. And I think that if people can think about, selling out your country and, enriching your own pocket at expense of other people's pain and suffering. And so I hope this is the high time for American people to return to God, because it looks like, okay, the Constitution alone cannot save this country. The FBI, the DOJ, and even the military, they're going through the woke culture. Sure. And people start losing hope in everything. So I think this is actually a good time for people to come back to the roots of America, which is, this country was founded on the religious freedom by those who escaped both political and religious persecution in Europe. And so without God, there's no such a country called America. So without a God, then this country will not be saved, from this rampant corruption and the problem from within. And nations do not die from invasion, they die from internal problem. And that's exactly what we're fearing for, because right now I'm not even worried about the CCP's invasion of Taiwan or the CCP's attack of America through the military confrontation. I worry about America's own sellout will destroy this country from within without having to fire a shot.